Hello friends, I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. Happy Memorial Day. It is, for those of you who are unaware, it is Memorial Day here in the United States. It is a federal holiday that is intended to recognize soldiers who have lost their lives in the defense of our freedoms. I'm sure that there are people who take this holiday very seriously, but I think for the majority of Americans, this holiday is a day of fulfilling the most American tradition, which is overeating. In my experience, that's how most people celebrate Memorial Day. As a veteran, I do receive a few thank yous and that sort of thing, but we have Veterans Day for that. Veterans Day is for living veterans. Memorial Day is for celebration of, or it's not celebration, but in honor, in memory of soldiers who have fallen. Typically, there's most Americans who I know who have any kind of festivities on Memorial Day they have a cookout, which means hamburgers, hot dogs, kind of traditional American cookout food. Beans, macaroni salad, potato salad, chips, sodas, beers, whatever. It's also kind of the start of summer here. When I was a kid, and surprisingly this year actually, the end of school usually fell on or around Memorial Day. So it would either be, we would get out of school the Friday before Memorial Day, or it would be a couple of days after if you have finals, that kind of thing. My kid's last day was Friday, so she got out. This is the start of her summer. And so Memorial Day kind of is like one of the braces at the start of summer, and then I don't remember the holiday that used to be the end of summer, but it no longer is. Summer school starts earlier than it did when I was a kid. But anyway, it's a day people celebrate. We don't normally have any cookouts here. My family doesn't like the grill. If we're gonna have hot dogs, we'd rather have them boiled. I love grilling, but they don't like the taste of it that much, so I just don't do it. And we usually just hang out. Like, it's been a hangout day. This is the second time I'm recording this because Malia and my daughter went and practiced pitching and catching today down at the park. And they opened the door in the middle of the first time. And but we did go yesterday. We went to my sister's house yesterday. She has a pool. She has friends. We don't have either of those things. So she invited us over, and we all went over there. I don't swim. I don't really enjoy swimming at all. But I grilled. I manned the grill and made brats and hot dogs, and people brought food, and just have some stuff, have some celebration, have some time together as a family, sort of thing. So that was decent. I went later. I stayed here and did stuff. Malia and my oldest went early, and then me and my youngest went later. But it was a good time. Anyway, Friday. So the other thing that happens on Memorial Day weekend is fireworks. I don't know what that's for, but it seems like every place everywhere has fireworks. Friday night, I told you on Friday we were going to a Pittsburgh Pirates game. We did. We went to a Pirates game, and it was interesting. Like, it only took like 2.5 hours, which was surprising to me. I thought baseball was these like 4-hour things, but I guess they have a pitch clock now, so it goes pretty quick. The interesting thing for me going to see this was my first time ever going to a Major League Baseball game. It was really interesting to see how much stuff goes on behind the scenes. Like, as a person who enjoys processes, there's a lot of the process that you don't get to see on television. And I'm not talking like, yeah, there's t-shirt cannons, and they have little, they had a pierogi race, and I mean, just weird stuff going on, on commercial breaks or whatever. But between pitches, between innings, there's a lot of like on-field stuff. Like, I wasn't aware that the batter hits the ball, runs to first base, and when he gets there, he strips off all of this batting gear, and somebody runs out and collects it all and goes back. I never seen that on TV before. I got to see that. It happened every single time. I got to see, like, I never thought about this. When a fielder is on base and we get a third out, somebody brings him his stuff. Like, he usually takes his stuff off, hands it to one of the, third or first base coach, and then somebody brings him his glove and hat or whatever. That was interesting. I never really thought about that. Like, he doesn't run back to the dugout, get his stuff, and come out. He just, somebody brings it out to him. That was pretty cool. So there's, like, that's just stupid little process stuff. But anyway, the point is, we go to this game. It's packed. Like, I was really surprised. I was curious to know whether it'd be more or less people because it was Memorial Day holiday. Generally, Memorial Day, like I said, cookouts, but a lot of people go camping. Like, this is a big camping weekend in this area. It's time to go out and spend a weekend in the woods because it's a long weekend. So there was a lot of people, and I was like, man, getting out of Pittsburgh, especially if you're heading south, there's really only two ways out of Pittsburgh heading south. Both of them go through tunnels, and they're 2-lane. It just gets backed up. Like, you could spend hours just sitting because just people are trying to get in and out of there. But the game ended, and people didn't leave. People just kind of sat there, and I was like, okay. I'm like, you guys want to go? And they're like, yeah. I said, I have no idea what's happening. Like, they started to clean the field up, and people were still sitting there. So we left. I would say maybe 20% of the people left. So we left, and as we're walking down along the river, we hear them talking about fireworks. I'm like, oh, everybody's staying there because of the fireworks, which were to our right. And you could see the barge, like 100 yards offshore, there's a barge, and they're going to do fireworks right there on the river of Pittsburgh. And so we got to walk under the fireworks. We decided to just go to the car. We had to kind of walk along the river, then across a bridge to get downtown anyway. So we were like right underneath the fireworks. Got in my car, left the parking garage, turned left, and drove straight on. There was zero traffic. It was awesome. It was fantastic. So it was a really interesting evening. I very much enjoyed taking them. Food was wildly expensive. The three of us ate chicken fingers and French fries. My youngest only had French fries, didn't get chicken fingers. We each got a drink, and it was $75. And it wasn't very good. Like, it was just kind of not great. It was the chicken tenders I liked. The French fries were bad. They were wow. But we had a good evening. Came back, hung out. So it's been a very good weekend. A very, very good, relaxing, nice weekend. It's not over here. I think it was about 2:30 when I came down here. So there's still lots of day left today. But yeah, that's a Memorial Day weekend for us. In the past, I have done camping on Memorial Day weekend. That's a pretty popular thing. A lot of the campgrounds will fill up, and like you have to make reservations at campgrounds that make reservations if you don't want to miss out. Yeah. What do you do? So I know quite a few of you are spread out. What does Memorial Day look like in your area? Especially in a city. I'm really curious. Around here, suburban America, cookouts are super big. I don't know that there's cookouts in a city. Do you have cookouts? Like, what does that look like? I'm really curious about that. So anyway, let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know sounds smart is visceral. It's an adjective meaning an immediate and strong gut reaction, a quickly formed opinion based mainly on instinct and usually negative in nature. Multiculturalism's passions are political and assumptions empirical. Its conception of identities visceral. Joyce Appleby, an American historian. Visceral. V-I-S-C-E-R-A-L. Okay. I definitely have heard the word in fiction. It's a word.